What's next on the agendoid? Well, these will be for later. I want to be level 25 so it doesn't take me half a year to shoot down Mothrak. This seems like a good place to start. Now, what's on my list of acquisitions?
Professional mercs. They're heavy, accurate, and effective. Assuming you're strong enough to hold one.
Doesn't really fulfill any of my needs. Nor does that. I think 27 is the best I can do for playthrough 1.
It's hard to see new
I forget.
opportunities with old equipment. Upgrade now. You won't find finer gear anywhere on the planet.
What are my SDUs currently? Green, I think.
Get your mans here.
Anshin has a cool color scheme. Kind of aquamarine, I guess you could say. This has a 7.7 fire rate because it has body 4. This has a 13.0 fire rate because it has body 3. This has 15.0 fire rate because it has body 5. So with combat rifles, you skip over body 2 because that's a machine gun body type. Fire rates go 10.0 for body 1, 13.0 for body 3, 7.7 for body 4, and 15.0 for body 5. And I think sometimes if you combine that with a higher grade material type, that can add at least a little boost. Because I know, unless I'm thinking of something else, I don't know what else exactly.
Hello, Traveler! There are new missions available on the T-Bone Junction Bounty Board.
I'm pretty sure
Who knows what you're gonna find in the vault? Make sure
that I've seen combat rifles that have... Come on, Marcus, get it out of the way. A fire rate of 18.0.
Do not take up arms to fight the oppressor. You must leave the fighting squad.
Hello, Marcos here. I've got an opportunity for you. Come see me at my place in T-Bone Junction.
But maybe I'm thinking of something else. What'd you think of that, Scooter? Ta-da! A customer appears.
the best defense is not a good offense, it's a good defense. So get yourself a shield.
Feels so good to have all my slots filled out.
Let's get you rolling, man.
Why do that when I can do this? Stompers have been the mainstay of my arsenal so far. Oh! Just as I predicted. An episode or two ago that my first... Actually, I said my first legendary... First Dahl legendary would be a bulldog. Oh, I overshot that, almost. I was talking about level 25 legendaries. Honestly, I don't give two shits about the Wildcat. It's like the complete opposite of the bitch. And it's basically useless. Because of its inaccuracy. Let's see how this compares to the Bruiser. It barely compares to it. This Bruiser is actually overall better. Never mind those two green arrows. We're talking about a level 16 versus a level 34.
Mine, and mine.
Let's get a look at that pounder. Barrel 3. Everything else is type 1. If I find a well-parted pounder, I might get some use out of it, especially if it has the intense prefix. TD or Morty can use...
Give us your hungry, and we'll give them our leftovers. Give us your...
You're interrupting my
and we'll
thoughts
give them a job that might
with your
pay.
propagandastic
Give us your
malarkey as
weary,
Maximus.
And we'll make them sing us a song. We are Atlas.
TD or Morty can get good use out of a well-parted pounder, using it as sort of a designated marksman's rifle. A pounder actually functions as more of a substitute for a revolver, rather than a substitute for a sniper rifle. Yes, I am going to sell this. Or am I? Yeah.
A sniper without a sniper comm is just a guy with a gun. Find the comm that's right for you.
Yeah. I was going to keep it as a placeholder. It's just an accuracy of 20. Why not just make it a double anarchy? If it was a double anarchy, it would be awesome. Oh yeah, and I'm on the verge of hitting level 24, so I should hit level 25 sometime during this excursion. And by excursion, I mean episode.
From off planet. Smell oddly.
TK Baja said something similar to that.
Like you don't
Smells like off-worlder, is how he phrased it. There's a level 19 Vlad. No more of that level 5 insulting junk. Part of the reason why that concerns me is because, well, what if I want to do a solo Vladov Roland Allegiance run? Wouldn't have to be Vlad Roland. It's just that Roland would be my top choice for Vladov because support gunner. Also because I could name him Black Russian if I wanted to. No, that's not racist. It's a reference to one of the Naked Gun movies. I think it was The Naked Gun 2.5, I want to say. Frank Drebin, there's a scene where Frank Drebin orders a Black Russian.
Recoil reduction into one lethal weapon.
And his waiter looks at the camera and kind of shakes his head.
What you gonna find in the vault? It is here, Patty. Your grenades should do more than just explode. Customize your grenades with a new mod today.
Let's see. I should go ahead and skip over blue and get purple. I'm going to hold off on that for now, even though I've got the money to burn. Now, should I check the Dahl Headland shops, or should I go ahead and pilfer New Haven? Or should I check Jacob's Cove
Hey, over
before
here.
the Dahl Headland?
Yes, you.
Well, I should prioritize Dahl over Jacobs.
Who needs a real doctor when you got my machines and their scary needles? The hazardous philosophy is tech plus ammo capacity equals
It's all in the reflexes. Is that an exploding?
See what it feels like to hold
But it's a
the power
white.
of the gods in your hands.
More loot? What did I do?
2 white jakes. With bad barrels. The barrel doesn't matter much on a Jacobs sniper rifle unless it's a gamble. A gamble will have a barrel 1 or barrel 2. I'll pilfer the rest of this place later. Right now I'm doing a shopping run. So I want to check all the vending machines before they change over. By the way, the TDR Guardian will always have a 7.7 fire rate because it always has body 4.
Cheap, reliable, lightweight, and incredibly fast reload speeds. TDR makes an easy-to-use gun. Want to make a bigger boom? Buy a better one. I got all kinds.
Can I help you?
Now, if I recall, the stuff in this shop is always lower level stuff.
Doctor, when you get my machines
Yeah.
and their scary needles.
19 at the best, I think.
The trouble will protect me.
Now I need to mosey on over to Jacob's Cove. Already finished my drink. Black cherry soda.
Thank you, valuable Jacobs employee, for your continuing patience during this transitional apocalypse. Your satisfaction is important to us.
Cataclysm is the word that you mean to use, not apocalypse.
Number 1, customer satisfaction and accident awareness.
Apocalypse does not mean cataclysm. It means revelation.
Hey, I pooped right where you're standing.
Armageddon. People always misuse the word Armageddon. It too has a specific meaning.
Afraid that your gun just doesn't hold enough bullets? Then SNS has the solution. More bullets. All SNS guns have extended magazines. Are the best armed mercs out there. You need something better.
It means war at Megiddo. The movie Armageddon has precisely jack squat to do with Armageddon. There's even a part where a religious politician says, "The Bible calls this day Armageddon, the end of all things to come." It's not what Armageddon means. It means war at Megiddo. For a moment I thought the turrets had abandoned me or forgotten me.
Stop! Nobody move! I lost my
I might as well kill a few of those. Try to take that. I tried to take out 2 with 1 burst. See how much X-ray Papa I gained just from that?
Zombies trying to tear your face off? Buy a shield, and then buy an insta-heal for when the shield inevitably goes down and you really need it.
There's been some talk that certain employees have been embracing weapons not manufactured by the Jacobs Corporation for their elemental modifications. Need we remind ourselves of the company motto? If it ain't a Jacobs, I'd rather be dead. Please lead by example.
Pretty lame philosophy you have there.
Cheap, reliable, lightweight,
Is this a masher, a 2-shot? No, it's a 2-shot exploding. Oh, I guess not. I saw the glowy part of the cylinder. But I guess it's not really yellow, it's white. Blast revolver, is that a Dahl? Well parted, maybe? Eh.
Whether you are killing bad guys or exploring the unknown, you need a trusty gun by your side.
What's he saying? Mincecating zombies for the thrill? Texas shore leaf under my grill? I always leave subtitles turned off. They distract me. Unless people are speaking some other language. Or droids, for that matter. But you knew what I meant. I think I'm going to need fire. I've got my grenades might be able to handle this. When you can't rely on anything else. Always a stomper. The stomper will always carry you through. And this is an under-leveled stomper. By 10 levels. Under-leveled by 10. That doesn't usually happen. They don't usually follow me down here. I didn't know they could do that. Am I going to hit 24? Yeah.
No end to my power.
I will put that skill point here.
Aw, that hurt. Yes, feel it.
Did you ever play ye old DOS version of the first chapter of the last half of Darkness? Found 2 white dolls, 1 shield and 1 revolver. I wonder what the last half of Darkness would be like as an FPS game. Or RPS game for that matter. Now I need to check these shops again.
If you find that your gun just doesn't hold enough bullets, then SS has the solution. Just can't get enough bullets for your very gun. Supplies limited. A sniper without a sniper comm is just a guy with a gun.
Sell
Find the
these.
gun that's right for you.
Yeah. After this, I'll check the shops at the Dahl Headland, then I'll go to New Haven, pillage the village, while also checking the shops, of course, and then I'll do corrosive crystals and King Weeby. And by the time I'm done with all of this, I should be level 25.
More parts. I must have more parts.
Did I check this one? I think I did. Yes. Interested in an explodey sniper rifle.
The SNS philosophy is take
Well, there's an explodey, but it's not a sniper rifle, and my stomper outmodes it. That could be worthwhile. I'm holding out for a revolver that has a certain je ne sais quoi.
Teach those last guys a thing or two about firepower. Get your mans here.
Either a masher or an elemental. What was the elemental rating on this? ×2. Good enough.
Hey, over here! You! Yes, you!
Underdome so I can stash those things. Planning ahead, but not too far ahead. Not so far ahead that I lose sight of the present. I wonder if my next shield will have good parts.
Get your mans here. Iron Atlas, and you too can see what it feels like to hold the power of the pound in your hand.
That's twice. You tried to pull the same
You will find finer gear
trick on me,
on the planet.
and twice you failed.
Someone always has the upper hand. Make sure it's you.
You failed because you announced your presence both times.
Get out of here.
Well, I mean, two different guys, but both melee guys that can basically tear down your shield immediately.
Want to shoot a lot of bullets really fast? Vladov has your needs covered. Forget your bad.
That ought to do. Now, New Haven. Do you think all the stuff that I scrounge will be under-leveled? Or do you think I'll actually find a level 25 green that's worth using? Or is it all going to be between levels 13 and 22, maybe 24, and I won't be able to use any of it? I'm guessing the latter. Let's just see.
Want to shoot a lot of bullets really fast? Vladov has your needs
If that was
covered.
acid or fire, I would totally buy it. Even though I just bought a fire one. I just so much prefer electricity in a revolver. Because if I have to break shields, I want to break shields with one shot. Was that 25 or 16? I mean 15, yeah. 15. Yeah, that doesn't bode well, does it? Still 2 more. There's still a chance. But I'm not optimistic about it. Will that be a 25? Of course not. What's the point of all this underleveled junk? Exactly as I predicted.
If he took more than one shot, you weren't using a Jacobs.
All right. Now, will the shops change over before I get there? To the caverns. I mean, you know what I meant. You knew I meant the caverns. I pressed the jump key, but I didn't jump because I was taking fire. You can't jump while taking fire. Let's not take all day, shall we? I always forget about this one. And there's that other one too, off in the other direction. But it's not even worth it because it's under-leveled junk. What's the incentive? Is this a dead end? I wonder if I'll scrounge up any level appropriate stuff in here.
Get your meds here. In a world of no guarantees, you can always count on Marcus guns.
I'm going to hazard a guess that I'm going to get through this entire place. And I'm going to come back with not a single useful level 25 piece of equipment. The last number displayed will be 3. Oh. Proved me wrong. And I'm glad. Because it was actually 5.
Step right up.
Holding out for level 25.
Let the lads get the upper hand. Get a better gun today.
Purple, purple, blue, green, green, purple, blue, blue, blue. Not bad, not bad. Getting better all the time. Stuck on scenery. That's a type of spider ant that can actually be dangerous. Just cleaning up the environs. Now, this way. this way. Or this way. Or that way.
I'm really good at this.
I fired one extra time because I was getting frustrated from missing. Too much missing.
Let's see what we've got.
Double X. Terrible accuracy. Because it's a matador, that's why. Well, isn't that an interesting pair? Not a bad fire rate by Jacob's standards. Double X is a reference to Remington, by the way.
Why don't you come in? I've got a little present for you.
Oh, look at that. I've never noticed that before. My shotgun is now nothing more than a jackhammer for busting crystals. Well, that was a dud. Maybe not so much a dud, but you know what I mean. It failed to do what you guys wanted it to do. swatted them.
All this stuff.
How did that happen? I was aiming at the crystals. Let's see if the other green lights off the crystals disappear once I have enough. What am I stuck on? Stuck on nothing. If I remember, I just now remembered this. I think there's some trick to getting this one. And there it is. For whatever reason, they decided to make it unnecessarily difficult to jump up there. A normal person would have no trouble with that. No, actually, no. This isn't the one I was thinking of that has a trick to it. It's one later on. What am I stuck on? Stuck on scenery. My fault that time because I backed myself into the corner. Like I did again. Finish him. In the zone, that would be a flesh pig. Flesh pig. Fresh flesh pig. Radiation bacon. This is kind of reminiscent of Metro 2033 with the mushrooms and everything. Don't they use shrooms to make vodka or some such thing? Wheat vodka is better than potato vodka, in my opinion. King Wee Wee, I think, is the only bandit whose face you can actually see. Wasn't doing the job. Why is that a level 16 penguin? If level 25 is a level for penguin, why isn't that on level 25? Chicky bricky, if don't care.
Good as new, I think. Am I leaking?
Getting better all the time. I looked up at the ceiling because he said the trash collapsed and he fell in. Undyne does it better than you do. See that video game logic right there? Well, let's not take half a year, shall we? Run around so spastically, it doesn't really make them more challenging to fight, it just makes them more annoying. Nothing useful. It's a Dahl, but it's a 16, it's a white. Two level 16 white Dahls. Called it. I'll take them and sell them just because they're Dahl. Really? No comment. Shrooms. No comment on that either. Getting stuck on scenery. This isn't the way out of here. I don't think this is either. Or is it? No, this is King Wee Wee's lair. Ah, that must be where that claptrap fell in. Skipping the piss ants. Don't feel like dealing with piss ants. Get it? Really? You're that much of a pissant? Because they're pissants both literally and figuratively? Gamble. I never liked gambles.
Step right up. If you want to get to the moon first, you're gonna need to eliminate the competition.
Should I go out the way I came or teleport to the middle of town? Middle of town. A Ranger Morty can override the inherent weakness of the gamble-type sniper rifle. They have reduced accuracy but increased critical hit bonus.
Is shooting bullets just not cool enough for you?
Ah,
And light some people on fire.
should I go for it? It's not a bad price. I don't really like the Raven.
Want to make a bigger boom? Buy a better mod. I got all kinds.
Yeah, even though I'm running Firefly, I'll go with Corrosive.
Get your minutes here.
This isn't working!
Well, will my level 16 stuff be enough to contend with Mothrack?
Going up against a better armed opponent? You need a better gun.
Totally.
Hello. Let me know if there's anything I can do for you. Keep at it, my friend.
It's easy to forget about that. Forget that he's in there. I already picked up Scooter's
Throwing out the
mission.
dust. Nasty out there, ain't it?
Missions, I
I'll
should
catch
say.
you later.
Check a few shops and head on over to Rust Commons West.
400% more awesome. Also, torque doesn't make the guns out of freaking wood. Whether you are killing Exploring the unknown. I first aid kit by your side. Won't regret it.
I'll go ahead and buy that Raven, even though I don't like it. I'll buy it because I know you're probably screaming for me to do so, right? But I just don't see the point of 5-round burst. It's not going to be as good as my Stomper. It might not even be as good as this Stomper. Let's just see. See?
Recoil reduction into one lethal weapon.
Still, it's a ledge, and it's Dahl.
Shoot more lightning than the next leading competitor.
Might as well buy this too. Now I have acid and fire SMGs accounted for. Close enough to evenly matched, especially when you consider the mag capacity difference. See why I did all that scrounge and sell at the beginning of every session, every excursion? I can just afford whatever I want.
I am talking. The lady with scars where her face should be believes that you and I are looking for the same thing. You should come to me now so I can see the artifact you have recovered.
Your DNA has now been granted clearance to travel within the Rust Commons. Please wait while I activate the gate. I am the best robot. Yeah. Here we go.
Denied. I could have backed over him, but I didn't feel like it. I love the Rust Commons, both East and West. Rust Commons East and Rust Commons West. Lots of fun to be had here. Blue. I'm going to skip blue and go right to purple. Those SDUs, I mean. Blech. Quit making me miss.
Take him out! Kill him off!
And of course he's up thing. It seems to happen once or twice per session. I'm about to discover Outpost Underpass. And I still don't know why they call it that. Where is this underpass? Good parts, but I wouldn't buy it unless it was a panacea. Unless I was doing a TD or Allegiance run. Then I'd consider buying it.
Let's get out of here.
Guess I should have... Well, how could I have predicted that it would... Which side, which one would end up on? Can I get some green 25s? There's always one more.
Look at all this stuff.
Oh, a volcano. Level 25 volcano. Barrel 1. Scope 1. I think that's a stock 2. That's a 3-shooter. Good weapon for anyone, but most especially Morty or Lil. I'm probably going to be finding ledges and vending machines on a regular and or semi-regular basis. I predict that I'm going to jump out the wrong way, which is to the right. And I was correct. Why is that the wrong way? Well, what if I park my vehicle all the way up against the wall? Or cliff, I mean. Confetti. And of course, it drops it up. Well, I can get to it. So that's fine.
I'm really good at
Swat him. Zone sportsmanship style. I don't like the fact that I have to swat you twice.
How disappointing. I didn't even break a sweat.
See what kind of artifact and or relic. It's electric, but what character is it for? For me. Fire is what I really want. Of course, because Firefly. How are these Rack able to fly through the scenery? There's no possible way to take shelter from them. Sometimes you can and sometimes you can't. It's like they're programmed to be as annoying as possible.
Do you need something?
Well, now what's that supposed to mean? She's such a Sheldon, isn't she?
We should talk again.
Intelligence is not an excuse for arrogance. In fact, intelligence is not a personality trait. Curiosity is a personality trait. Some people are more naturally curious than others, and intelligence is incidental to and indicative of curiosity. Any cat will tell you curiosity never killed anything.
Let's see what we've got.
Really? More of you annoying bitches? No matter how many of you I slaughter. It always seems like more of them pop out of nowhere. Let's see if this will... Turning these in will bring me up to... Turning this one mission will... I forget how much it's worth. Shops have new inventory anyway. These shops here have underleveled stuff in them most of the time. See, 16.
Whether you are killing bad guys or exploring the unknown, you need a trusty gun by your side.
Oh, let's check Underdome.
Shooting bullets just not cool enough for you.
Oh,
Get a molly and
it's a
light some
thumper
people
type.
on fire.
If this wasn't a thumper, this would be incredible for a TDR allegiance.
It's hard to see new opportunities with old equipment. Easy right now. Step right up.
My favorite variation of the Savior is either the double anarchy version, the twin shot version, or the burning Savior, the incendiary version. Oh yeah, Scooter.
This is where the cars live. Get you one.
Hey, I got my eye. I'll just wait your turn, man. Hey, I'll catch you later.
Now that reward was actually level appropriate. I think it's really just early on that you find those
Gun shoot more lightning than the next leading competitor.
underleveled rewards for missions. This would be great for a Hyperion brick, or for a Hyperion allegiance in general, no matter which character you're playing. I'll go ahead and check some shops before I set about leveling up. On the verge of hitting 25. The next tier for Dahl gear. Also, I'm thirsty again, so I'm going to go get another drink just a moment. I'm back. Kroger brand soda called The Physicist. Get it? F-I-Z-Z. And I think it's meant to mimic the flavor taste of Dr. Pepper. And a physicist would bear the title of doctor. I think that's what they were going for. I also have some green grapes as a snack. I predict a melee guy. Just from Screw Loose Strut. Just like Screw Loose from Thunderdome. I never hurt Screw Loose. He makes some bad decisions, but he's like a teenager, isn't he? Isn't that what you do when you're a teenager? You make bad decisions? Wow, that was terrible. I missed almost every shot against a large target.
Let's get out of here.
I think you mean, let's skedaddle.
Wanna shoot a lot of bullets really fast? Vladov has your needs covered.
Barrel 3, Scope 5, Stock 1. I'm not sure about the body. If this was an explodey, it would be awesome.
Hey, let's get you rolling, man.
Oh. I'll go ahead and do the invoice. Good grapes.
Are you about ready to get rolling? Nothing's a real doctor when you got mouth
Aquamarine color scheme.
talking.
Actually, you know what I'm going to do? What I have half a mind to do? Hunt spider ants until I'm level 25. He's got level 19 Vlad. That could take out my level 16 Dahl shield. That's not how you hold a launcher. That's how Brick appears to hold a launcher. Oh, see? When you see him in third person, I mean. Level 25 Dahl stuff? No. A level 24 Hyperion and a level 25 Malawan. Oh! Just killing that one guy because he was a badass was worth a huge chunk of X-ray papa.
Hey, this is where the guards land. Get you one. First aid kit.
Aquamarine color scheme.
From time to time, so make sure your shield is up to par.
What about Gun Woman? I bet I could just hunt a few medium spider ants. Maybe I'll get a big one. Of course, because this is a 12-round mag. Swatted it. Will there be enough spider ants around here? My private cul-de-sac. No one's going to get that reference. It's a reference to a Pretenders song.
Yes, feel it.
Private cul-de-sac. It's not the name of the song. If this shotgun was appropriately leveled, it wouldn't take more than 2 shots to stun these types of spider ants. 1 or 2 shots to the carapace should be enough to stun them. with a level appropriate shotgun. Oh, you know what? Rakanishu.
Is there no end to my power? Aw, did that hurt?
And next is high velocity. And if you think Stompers have been awesome so far, once I start sinking skill points into high velocity, Stompers are going to become even more unimaginably awesome. Yeah. Check. Yeah, that's still there. I'm more excited about my Stomper, my new Stomper, than the Raven. And it goes there. How should I arrange these? Normally I wouldn't have 2 combat rifles equipped unless I had some means of ammo regen. Iron sights are all you need. Dot sight. Wait. Yeah, the Raven always has a 21 round base capacity. Now I can sell all my... Yeah, I'll hold on to this as a placeholder. But I can retire all of these. Now I head right back there. Scarf down some grapes all I can. checked this already.
Let's get some wheels. Enough walking.
Now let's have some fun. Safari time. It's a bug hunt. Good fast reload. Good fast cycling by pump action standards. 1.3. The handling characteristics of this Doomstick are on par with the closest comparable Torg. And remember, I often say, two-for-one sale. I often say Torg shotguns have excellent handling characteristics. And is that the one I'm looking for? I think it is. Incendiary level 2. It seems like Lil has the most luck. Getting those artifacts. It's almost like the game wants her to have them.
Yeah, feel it.
Zone sportsmanship style. I know, you want me to try this out, don't you? Well, I purchased this before I did. Before I purchased the Raven.
That was it? It's dead?
See, there's another artifact. That never happens for me with any other character. Never would I find two on one this close to each other. Already have that. Obviously, this is the right tool for the job.
Aw, did that hurt?
Elements don't seem to do a lot to these things. You need heavy hitters.
Really good at this.
How did I mess that up? I love doing that. Queens are the ones that can mess you up the most. Queens and the zappy kind, but mostly the queens. Denied. This kind seems to be tough to stun. Will that be a... Well, it's a white, so it's getting sold, but is it a 16 or a 25? It's a 16.
Look at all this stuff.
Green 16, yep. So this place is more worth farming on Playthru 2 or 2.5. On Playthru 1, you're basically just grinding for X-Ray Papa. Because they decided to make... How did I miss 2 shots? That's not my style. Denied. I was hoping you would lunge at me. Kicking it zone sportsmanship style. That's how I like it.
I'm really good at this.
Zone sportsmanship style. Another bug hunt. Swatted. Stomped. Well, stomped as if I used the stomper, then I could say stomped.
Aw, did that hurt?
And had I used the masher, I would have said mashed. See how much damage my melee strikes are doing now compared to before? They take away all but a fraction just from being one level higher. Whereas before they were doing they were taking away slightly more than half of those skitterlings' health. Aquamarine color scheme. I tried to use that, didn't I? Yeah.
You won't find finer gear anywhere on the planet. Are you about ready to get rolling?
Get out of here.
I'll leave vehicle 2 where it is. Sure, there's a red chest up there, isn't there? This will give me a chance to use the Raven and the Stomper. This has my favorite sight on it, Sight 2. Why 1 extra round? It shoots 5-round bursts, so why not give it either a 20-round or 25-round? Because obviously it can't be 30, that would make too much sense.
I'm really good.
Why not give the Tri-Burst rifles 21-round mags? I like this better. What's the fire rate on my Raven? I think it's 10.0 because it has body 1. Yes. Don't need pocket change resale value. Should I do that one? Yeah, why not?
As I work, I spend the majority of days having conversations with people that are not there. 2 days ago, I explained to my mother how the translation program I was writing would greatly help me understand exactly what all this Eridan text I've been attempting to decipher actually means. My mother has been dead for 16 years. She was never actually interested in science to begin with. I'm unsure if I'm quite to the point of no return, but my stubbornness, which I got from her in the first place, will keep me here putting up with her until I find exactly where the vault is, or until I drive myself so far off the edge I do not remember why I was doing this in the first place.
I like her. She's silly. Actually, she's also kind of tragic. A tragic character. With elements of comedy also. Of course, I like that type of character. I thought Type 5 barrel would have... There we go. I aimed a little bit low on purpose because I thought the muzzle jump would drag it up. But there's a Dahl with barrel 5, so. Get this done. It's Iridian, not Eridan. Finish him. Wait till it gets close so it doesn't drop its confetti just any old place. You really don't want a Type 4 body on an S&S machine gun. I think that gives it a 4.5 fire rate compared to the 4.9 you get with a Type 2 body. You don't want either of those. You want a Type 3 or Type 5.
Patricia Tanis, Chief Scientific Advisor, Dahl Corporation, Day 224. The only conversations I have anymore are with this echo recorder. I've developed a relationship with it. Some cycles I sleep with it, and others I make it stay outside of my tent. My waning ability to discern logic from insanity is becoming cumbersome. I've been translating Eridan writing
Iridian!
in between arguing with the recorder. It went off for a few hours during my last sleep cycle. I purged the account. If I were to pontificate, I would infer that the Eridan writings show a class-based society that was quite capable of both leadership and of armed conflict.
Why didn't they have her do another take? All these times she says Iridian wrong. She says Eridan instead of Iridian. Now, how did that... How did you know to turn around at exactly that moment, and how did you know exactly where I was? Because video game logic, that's why. You can't be that tactical in this game. I know, it came out in 2009.
Day 457. This is exciting. I think I might strip naked and run around.
What cut you off? Fortunately, in this game, you can retrieve echo recordings, which you can't do in Borderlands 2. At least I don't think you can. These giant flowers always remind me of Subterranea. Jesper Kid did the soundtrack to Subterranea, a Genesis game that came out in 1993. I've been a Jesper Kid fantard ever since. So what cut you off, Tanis? So irritating. Gotta be irritating for her, too. Take a swig of my drink here. What else is on my list of acquisitions? I don't need to get out just to pick up a wad of cashola. Amounts to pocket change. Now, if I wasn't as wealthy as I currently am, it would be a different story. Get out faster, please.
That was it? Dead?
Did I pick the right brand or what? This is my doom stick. There's actually a quad barrel shotgun in Killing Floor 2 called the Doom Stick. Did you see how it teleported? I mean, it's more like it dodged my shot, but it did so in a way that was kind of unnatural. See how they use team tactics? Probably not what it was trying to do. Finish you. Or not.
Disappointing. I didn't even break a sweat.
I don't even know if that is a him. Not bad, not bad. I still like my Stomper better. Full of cash there, fist full of dollars. But I'm not going back for it. I'm having too much fun with this Doom Stick. What label color is this? Blue. This is also blue. I'm still using my level 16 shield. That's definitely on my list of acquisitions. A new shield. Doesn't have to be purple.
Day 481. It's true. It's all true. My program did it. Program. I'm now certain that the vault is here, and that the symbol has something to do with opening it. I've checked and triple-checked my findings, and it all seems to make sense. It looks like there are extreme measures to keep the vault secure, but that it can be opened every 200 years. The vault's contents must be extremely valuable, maybe better than the Atlas tech. But I cannot reveal this information to anyone just yet. If I'm wrong, I'm done. And if I'm right, the suits will claim it. I must find the vault myself. Find.
I like her. She's silly. Really? Machine gun is so worthlessly inaccurate that I can't even shoot this right here.
This is where the cars live. Get you one.
I'm really good at this.
Seemingly frivolous tactical reload, only it's not so frivolous when you've only got 6 rounds. Still, 6 is usually enough when you can reload nice and fast. What are you wearing? Angling? 13? Don't insult me. I meant Pangolin Shield, by the way. You probably figured that. Fired one more than I needed to. That reminds me of my hometown. I often say that about cat water sausages, or should I say cattails, in Stalker. And willow trees. I'm a nature enthusiast, by the way. Another 13. Combo kill. What are you bringing me in all this crap for? Fired one more burst than I needed to. Why do I keep doing that? There's the one I need. See if I can. Go. Objective complete. So why am I not seeing green? Oh, that's right. 2 of some of these. I always forget that. Level 28. Good barrel, good stock, stabilizer, but a chintzy Type 1 scope, and it doesn't really fulfill any of my needs. I'll go ahead and retire this. I'm on the 997,990. I'm on the verge of being a millionaire. How much time was left in the shop? There.
Let's get out of here.
Now that one last Echo Medusa. What went wrong there?
You want some of this?
Yeah, sure. I don't think you want some of this, though. Torg 19 white. There it is.
Day 493. Dahl Corporation just shut down their mining operations here on Pandora. I think they are insane. Or that is, whoever is making the decision is insane. Iridium mining on this planet has been hugely lucrative for Dahl, and has funded my project. It's been especially profitable given how low their labor costs are. I wonder what Dahl will do with all the unpaid convicts they've been using to work their mines. I wonder if any of them will be my friend. What? Why are you always so jealous of me getting new friends? I'm turning you off.
Yeah. So, there you have a backstory. Why the bandits are here and why they are the way they are. Ah, yeah. This place. You want me to use this, don't you? Too bad. No, I'll use it. I'll use it more. I would prefer a basic Cobra. I just don't do hip fire. It's not my style. Or rather, I should say, it's not my stoyle. Nah, not enough resale value. I'll be seeing you again.
If you need healing, step right up.
Oh.
Get your meds here.
Before we cook ya.
Yeah, we're on the go-get teas.
Piss off.
On Marcus gloves.
Piss off with one S. Now,
First aid kit.
that's tempting,
Regretted.
but I really want one that has ammo reach in. Okay, I think this is the thing that I mentioned earlier that I thought was tricky. But it's not really all that tricky. See? I used to think it was, because I used to, for whatever reason, I would always slide off to the side when trying to get that. Just some memory from years ago. Anything else to do here? Crazy Earl. Go ahead and do that. Then I'll head back to New Haven. You know what I'll do even before I do that? I'll go and get middle of nowhere on my fast travel list. Check the shops while I'm at it. That's a good place to shop, by the way. Especially when you're around this level, between 25 and 34. It's also a good place to scavenge. Good place to farm, good place to grind. Just like Rust Common West. and Rust Commons East. And here we are at the middle of nowhere. Barrel 5, body 5, stock 1, sight 1. See how much better it is than my Raven? All because of the body. But the mag and the sight are a no-go. And middle nowhere. Will I get to the shop in time?
Cheap, reliable, lightweight, and
Yeah.
incredibly fast reload speeds. TDR makes it easy to use.
Maybe I should hang out here until the shop's changed over.
It's time for my pound of flesh!
I'm really good at this.
White label SNS with a Type 4 body. Will it have a 4.5 fire rate? Yes, it does. Confirmation on what makes that happen. So the Type 4 body on both combat rifles and machine guns results in the lowest possible fire rate, but at the same time offers more damage compared to lesser body types. So the overall best body types for combat rifles and machine guns are the Type 3 and the Type 5. Barrel 4, body 1, stock something, a good one, whatever it is, 3 or 4, and topped off with sight 1. Barrel 1, body 5, stock 1, sight 1. Cactoids. Shotgun surgeon. If I was co-oping with a Ranger Morty and I was using a masher, No, and we were both using mashers. A TDR Ranger Morty. And a Dahl Mercenary Lil. Or a Dahl Firefly Lil, for that matter. And we were both using mashers. We would be messing up enemies all over the place. But this is solo allegiance. And I still say I picked the right brand.
Jacob's guns do one thing really well. Power.
Good sights on this.
What else do you need?
And this. At least the kind that I like.
Buy a first aid kit and you won't regret it. Whether you are killing bad guys or exploring the unknown, you need a trusty gun by your side.
Underdome. Just to check the shops.
Ladov, you don't need to be a better shot. You just need to shoot more bullets.
Barrel 2. It would need... If this was an Explodey, I would consider buying it. But since it has the least accurate barrel, I'm going to skip it. Oh, and I'm a millionaire now. Ammo regen, there it is. 4-line perp. Should I hold out for a 5-line perp that has high velocity and ammo regen? Yeah. I'm going to hold out for a perfect one. I mean, it doesn't have to be the perfect model number, which is 660. That's a 640. That's pretty darn close. See? Self-discipline. Yeah, right. And outer yard.
Hey, let's get you rolling, man. Forget your ride.
Enough walking.
Check this shop. I didn't even need to drive. It's just force of habit. Over eager with my first shot there.
Nobody shoots my buddies but me.
Spaz. This is a hunter's, isn't it? desert. If it was green, I think it would be called a hunter's shotgun. It's kind of a Morty-style shotgun, but the most Morty-style of all Morty-style shotguns are any of the ones that boost, any of the ones that have crit bonus. That means the Jacob Striker, which isn't that great compared to any Angry Death shotgun. It's another ammo regen, but I want a 5-line purple ammo regen. What was this one? See? Malawan is a great brand for Morty as well as Lil. I still say Malawan is even better for Morty than it is for Lil. If you're doing Team Allegiance.
Get your meds here.
And there are a few reasons for that. Because if you do Dahl Lil, you can still use elementals, but you also get awesome heavy hitter type weapons, like the Stomper. And the Masher, of course. Shotgun Surgeon.
Yep. What you want? Is this thing turned on? Lookin', I ain't talking you about
Jack Monkey Squat.
You get rid of all them pests. See you later.
Should I do all of this while I'm here? I'll go ahead and get the spider ants out of the way. I wonder if killing bandits in another area would count toward this mission. Because I'd end up killing the bandits down there anyway. To death. In the face. Or anywhere else. I'm packing a ledge, but I'm using a blue. Because it's the right tool for the job, see? Remember, I don't prioritize rarity rating. I prioritize purposefulness. Did I mention in a previous episode that Dahl shotguns are the last to become available?
Don't settle for anything less than the best.
Two-door shotguns are available at level 1. Jacobs become available at level 7.
Alright, you holler when you need me, alright? Well, bye now.
It's scarce 4 wheels spare.
And then the next tier up is level 10. I'll go ahead and do this next. And that's a tier for...
Hyperion asks, what good is a gun that doesn't shoot where you point?
That's pretty good.
Accurate as you are.
Level 10 is a tier for Torg, Vladov, and Atlas.
Gunman gets hit from time to time, so make sure your shield is up to par.
How can I
One-Eyed Jack, and Handsome Jack happens to have one eye, as in Borderlands 2 anyway. Turns out to be Torg. This icon is based on an HK MP5K with a pointless, dinky sub-capacity mag.
Is shooting bullets just not cool enough for you? Taliban and light some people on fire.
I just wanted a good, solid SMG. Let's get a look at this thing. Has the kind of scope I like if I'm going to have a scope on an SMG. And it's accurate enough to warrant it because it has barrel 4. Pretty sure that's barrel 4. Since I've got Firefly on, I'm going to leave this equipped right here. Haven't been getting much use out of it because this is the tool that's been really doing the job. Let's see what I get out of this. I forget. And, well, it's an underlevel Dahl. At least.
Dahl makes guns for professional mercs. They're heavy, accurate, and effective, assuming you're strong enough to hold one.
Shotgun reward, grenade mod reward, grenade mod reward. Head back to the arid Badlands, or do I want to do some shopping? Now I'll go ahead and get this done. A lot of players are first time through this game. They're like, "Oh no, we've got to go back to the arid Badlands. We spent like 15 hours there." Let's see what level of gear we've got. 13, the highest. Not a bad machine pistol there.
Oh, come on, let's get down. Come on, everybody. Check me out. I'm dancing.
Wait. I want this one. Those bastards. TK is like a human male Gortys in terms of attitude, sanguine temperament. Good barrel, good stock. It's under scoped. Well, I don't know, since it's a Torg sniper rifles are kind of low on accuracy. Barrel 4 is great on a Torg, though, because max damage. Still, I would prefer Sight 2 or Sight 3. And this particular shotgun can actually get away with having barrel 1. Normally I sell shotguns with barrel 1 without a second thought. But if it has good enough stats and it's topped off with that phony reflex sight, I can force myself to tolerate it, especially if it has a blade. Didn't even get a chance.
Strip the flesh off the wound.
That's right, you dumb bastards. Come and get them. What was that a reference to? If you know Romero movies, you'll know who I was quoting. And now this.
Let's get some wheels. Get out of here.
Don't need to do any shopping here. Although, since that one red chest is an over-leveled chest, now an appropriately leveled chest, and I think they did that on purpose, knowing that, well, you do come back here after all. I should go ahead and check it. Maybe I'll get a shield or a class mod that's level 25. That was worth a shot. What happened there? Some kind of delayed reaction. It almost looked like friendly fire. Friendly fire. It's the name of a Torg, a legendary Torg shotgun.
Shoot them all! You lost?
Don't need to play with these guys. in my Let's Play as Morty, which was not an Allegiance run, just a regular Let's Play, I had a level 15 Hawkeye. The Hawkeye is one of the rarest weapon types. It's even rarer than most legendaries. Not as rare as a Hyperion Reaper. But rarer than most legendaries. And I had my favorite variation of the Hawkeye, an exploding mallow on it. Fired one more than I needed to. I'm just getting shooty happy. I fired one more than I needed to yet again. I really need to break myself of that habit. Oh yeah! Oh yeah! Twice in a row. That happened because it was clipping through the scenery at the time I shot it. So then when its AI told it to become a corpse, it had to depart from phasing through. Depart from the scenery. It had to no longer be phased through the scenery. You know, you get what I mean, right? Yeah, I'm overphrasing it again. Now what should I use? There it is. Strafing to avoid the fire as much as I can. It doesn't do a whole lot of good because of that massive splash. See if my shield will start to regen here pretty soon. Yep. Not the right tool for this job. I need bullets too slow with this thing, unless you can get it flying straight at you. Get it to behave predictably, and then you can work around the limitation of those slow bullets more easily. And scram over here. Normally I would hide in that hut. I'm trying different tactics.
I just keep getting better.
Oh yeah. High velocity. making my Stomper even more awesome. And giving me even more of an incentive to hold out for a more perfect mercenary class. Doesn't have to be absolutely perfect. It doesn't have to be a Model 660. I just wanted to have both ammo, regen, and a bonus to high velocity. Quicksilver will be the next skill I invest in.
Let's see what we've got.
Level 15.
Cheap, reliable, lightweight, and incredibly fast reload speeds. TDR makes an easy-to-use gun.
This is pretty good for its level. See how it compares. It might have, yeah, just as I expected, or suspected. Of course, it's because element. With an elemental, I'm sure you know this already, but there's a reduction in base damage. .9 fire rate with a Type 2 body compared to 4.5 with a Type 4 body. I think that was everything to do here. Yep. Leave behind the confetti. Just out of curiosity, let's not. Just a whim. I'm going to ignore that whim. I was going to say, just out of curiosity, let's check the shops to see if there's level 16 Dahl shield. Jumped out the wrong way. And the direction I was facing or looking didn't seem to have any bearing on it whatsoever. Underdome first. Can't resist the urge to shop. Oh. Let's see how this compares to the one I've got. It's probably on par with it. Yeah, they're about evenly matched. Barrel 1, body 4, stock something. 3 or 4, I think it's 3. Topped off with sight 3. Barrel 4, body 1, stock 1, sight 3. 18 round mag versus 12. If this had an 18 round mag, I'd buy it and sell this one. Combat rifles with better parts are becoming more commonplace now. Still don't need to buy an upgrade for my bank. But I will be investing in these purple label SDUs here pretty soon. I've been getting lots of use out of these Roland-style weapons while playing as Lil. Do you think there's some subconscious sentiment going on there? I mean, not with me, but with them, communicating to each other retroactively through me. No, of course not. That's silly. I'm starting to sound like Tannis. Well, I have the same psychometric profile as her. Minus the arrogance. But that's not really indicative of psychometric profile. Ceiling fan with no ceiling.
Coming out of the dust. Nasty out there, ain't it? Goodbye now.
Now, Mothrack. So how about that sarsaparilla? Or Malawan Black Lady? I got that already. I never liked the blister.
Hyperion asks, what good is a gun that doesn't shoot where you point? Get a gun that's as accurate as you are.
Man, 8 minutes. I never liked the blister because, you know, my policy, for lack of a better term, regarding elemental weapons. If it's not full auto, it has to proc per shot. Or if it has low capacity, it has to proc per shot. Oh, I already got this. Otherwise, I won't even bother with it. Like, if I was doing Malawan Morty, I probably would never use shotguns. Because they only make elemental shotguns, and they never proc per shot. Only Lil, with all of her elemental proc rate skills maxed out, and with the right class mod, can make elemental shotguns kind of, sort of, almost approximately proc reliably. Not necessarily per shot, but for the most part, reliably. In terms of percentage of procs per mag and or per cylinder. All right. Shopping spree. Before I call it for this episode.
I'm going to need a reaction to generate the 1.21.
1.21 gigawatts is how he would say it nowadays. As opposed to 1.21 gigawatts. Oh, look at that. Another ledge. And I was just talking about Malawan elemental shotguns. Barrel 1, barrel 4. Same price. Same brand. Aquamarine. Looks so keen. Gotta love that color scheme.
Over here! I need your help with something.
Now, I can skip T-Bone because I only go there to get the over-leveled stuff to sell. I might start checking those shops, though. Planning ahead for level 34. And in the middle of nowhere or Jacob's Cove? Middle of nowhere. How many? I forgot to check. 9. It's either 7 or 9. It's usually 7 if it has a Type 5 barrel. Don't need an electric SMG. Electric revolver, sure. More my style. Interested in level 25 Dahl shield.
Get some wheels.
Level 25 mercenary class mod with the features aforementioned. And yes, I phrased it that way to sound pretentious just to be a goof. Screw loose strut. Interested in a payload rifle. Remember, that's my term for an exploding go-nuts sniper rifle. What am I stuck on? Stuck on the vehicle. Jacob's Cove next. Shops will change over in about 2.5 minutes. Then I'll do another shopping run, and then I'll call it. This is probably going to turn out to be a long episode.
Here's a free tip, soon-to-be zombie-paced man. You can't kill already dead flesh.
Since when am I a man? Lil, I mean. Since when is Lil a man? Wait till they land.
Choose Dr. Ned before you're undead.
Nothing interesting. I got that red chest, didn't I? Yes. Shops are about to change over. Called it.
Jacob's guns do one thing really well.
Doesn't really fulfill any of my needs.
Don't let the lads get the upper hand. You had better go today.
Probably won't be getting a lot of use out of repeaters from here on out.
So that I won't have to fix you up later.
Got those annoyances out of the way.
Here's a free tip, soon to be zombie paste man. You can't kill
Lil's not a man, yo.
so corrosive gas won't do diddly to a zombie.
I think I'll save that for next time. Since the shops have changed over, I'll go back to Underdome.
Cheap, reliable, lightweight, and incredibly fast reload speeds. Keep your beyond guns.
Interested in elemental grenades.
Storage deck upgrade. Supplies limited.
Oh, back to middle of nowhere. I could just go straight down the list, make it easier to keep track of.
Molly-one gun shoot more lightning than the next leading competitor. If he took
Yeah,
more than one shot, you weren't using your Jacobs. First aid kit. You won't regret it. You can't ever be too rich, too good looking, or too well armed. Hi, Scooter says don't walk. Try. Let's get you down here, man. Wheels are better
Get out of
wheels.
Oops. Put him out of his misery. A doll. No, it's a tedium.
Heavy, accurate, and effective. Assuming you're strong enough to hold one.
See how this compares to. Same level. This is a 25, not a 23. 23 is not a tier for Dahl. In fact, it's only Crom's sidearm that occurs on level 23, I think. So then why is this better than this if this is blue and this is green? Well, the barrel. Barrel 4, body 4. Stock 1, sight 1. 12-round mag. If this had an 18-round mag, I'd at least consider it. I'm sticking with what I've got, though. I could buy this and use it as just a placeholder. Yeah, why not? It has a blade on it. Could go have some fun with that. Type 1 barrel. Basic cylinder. Good enough body. Not very good. The revolver, I mean. No sights on a well, it kind of has sights, but there's no notch. Yeah, this sucks. It's less of a... It's less of a bladed revolver, or rather I should say it's less of a revolver with a blade on it, and more like a blade with a revolver on it. If I'm going to have a blade on anything, I prefer to have a blade on a shot, because less of a delay between melee strikes. While I'm here, I know this is supposed to be a shopping excursion. And she jumped out in the direction I wanted her to. So red chest. Over here, boof. Let's see if this revolver can at least stun the spider ants. So I can run up and hack their abdomens off. Wait till that one does its thing, and that one does its thing, and now... Whoa! That was the queen that was hurting me. I need this. And or this. Let's try this again. Nope. Oh my god. And they immediately know right where I am somehow. They are level 27. And I have a severely underleveled shield. Ha! Yeah. Now I'll need to find more level appropriate enemies for testing out this revolver, since it's built mostly from chintzy parts. Good enough body type. I really only bought it because I wanted a revolver. I really want a masher or an elemental. Now where?
Only buy the best. If the vault is real, you'll be able to afford it.
Yeah. Really need a new shield.
Buy a first aid kit and you won't regret it. 400% more awesome. Also, torque doesn't make the guns out of freaking wood.
If I was doing an SNS run, I would prioritize. I would choose this. I'd skip this one, 21077, and I'd buy this one. Never mind, not because of the price difference, but mostly the accuracy. Or if I was playing Morty, Allegiance or otherwise.
Hey, let's get you rolling, man.
Enough walking.
SNS machine pistols make really good elemental weapons. SNS elementals are generally second only to Malawan. I think.
Is shooting bullets just not cool enough for you? Get a Malawan and light some people on fire. Forget your rad.
Oh. New Haven. This is basically this game's equivalent to 100 rats. Good barrel on that. Barrel 5, stock 1, sight 2. That right there would be pretty good with an 18 round mag. Barrel 4, body 1, stock 1, sight 2. Red Cobra. Hyperion. Good brand for
This isn't working.
good brand for anyone actually. Hyperion makes the greatest variety of weapons. It makes 7 weapon types. Every other company makes 3, 5, or 6. Hyperion is the only manufacturer in this game that makes 7. And the only thing they don't make is revolvers. Ammo maxed out. Yeah. So I'll go back to Underdome.
Always something new. Visit all
Now, I should buy at least a few of these. Purple. What should I prioritize? I'll go according to what I can use, which is everything other than rocket. And I'll go according to from least to greatest. Which means I should have started with grenades. And I think that should do for now. I don't need to buy them all at once. And I'll max out on purple on Playthru-1. And I'll get the orange SDUs on Playthru-2. Do I have anything worth stashing? Not really.
If you're on a budget, TDR is always the way to go.
You know what? I'll go for broke. Why not? I can earn it all back anyway. $847, skip, 600, 140, 160, 1080, 96. And this is just a placeholder. Next time, I'll do this, and then these. Catch you on the flip side, and see you next mission, slabs.